Happy Saturday, guys. So today I'm actually going to head out to go see my cousin who I haven't seen in such a long time, like literally years, because they used to live in like the woods of like Oregon and stuff for school, etc. We'll learn about that later. But I'm actually going to end up getting we're going to get a tarot card reading today. Well, hopefully we actually have to find out if they are allowed to film the process. We have to see. So if we can't film it, I'm at least going to try and get them to like explain the process, what we're going to do, etc. Maybe take some photos and then like I'll explain it later. And then, but I definitely think I can film is they also want me to get acupuncture today. So we're going to do that. Okay, guys, I know you see that this video is long as hell. I tried to knock it down. I'm sorry, but I actually really think that a lot of the information in here is really good. Even though it is a personal reading, I do believe that many of the things we talked about, you can incorporate it into your own life. And for those who are on the fence who are thinking like maybe I should get a reading or not, you should totally do it. So hey guys, I got back here and you good? You gotta answer it. Over here, but you know, we're here and I'm with my my cousin. I love you so much. So we're going to, so we can film it. First, we're gonna do the reading, and I'm gonna let them introduce themselves and then what we're gonna do today. So
Yes.
tell us a little about yourself, please.
My name is Golden. I am a energy worker and spiritualist. I do acupuncture, Reiki, tarot readings, spirit guide, intuitive channeling.
Everything.
You name it, I could do it. And today we're going to do a reading for Nikki. We're going to connect with her spiritual team, her guardian angels, ancestors, ascended masters, anyone who is on her team and is willing to talk to me and my primary guide, Catalina. That's who we are going to be contacting today.
Okay.
So the way that I do my readings is kind of just like a conversation. So the way that you talk to me is the same way that you're going to talk to your team.
Okay.
Basically, they already know what's going on in your world, so you can get as specific as you want, but they already know, so you don't have to spill all of the beans. But you can present it to them like, hey y'all, what do you think about me doing this? What intel or insight do you have about that? Can you tell me what I need to know in regards to these things? And like really get that omnipresent perspective.
And will you be able to like help me? Because I've never had a reading before. And
Stop.
I told you. I was
How is this
scared. I
possible?
told you. And then I said, and you were gone, that I would wait to get one so that you could be the person that I did because I trust you. Because I was very scared to do one. But also, disclaimer. Well, let me do this. Let me go here. No, full disclosure. I have never won. I've never had a reading before. Also, we had this first time we've seen each other in such like physically in such a long time.
Yeah.
So we did talk in like probably weeks ago, but I did not say anything that has happened in the last like since December, January that we talked.
Yeah.
Purposely because I didn't want anything to come up. I wanted to do this and see if anything that's been happening or been thinking comes out in the cards.
Yes.
So this is not like there's no bias here. We did not do anything. Nothing is planned. So they are the real deal. And that's what we're going to learn today. All right, so we're going to get ready, guys.
Beautiful. Thing I'd like you to do, we've been moving around, shaking, talking to Ilega, setting up the camera, talking to Egu and everything. Let's just take a moment to ground ourselves. So I'd like you to ground yourself in this intention to connect with your team, your spiritual court, your spirit guides, your guardian angels. Okay, this moment right now is an opportunity for you to connect with the team who supports you, who's cheering for you, rooting for you, moving things in your favor. So it's really an opportunity for you to have a one-on-one with the powers that be, but also like a one-on-one with your starters. Like, this is like a team meeting. So I want you to feel grounded, secure, safe, and open enough to receive that information. Now, if there are guides, ancestors that you work with specifically that you would like to name, you're welcome to name them out loud or to yourself, whatever feels good to you, just to call them into the space. And when you feel like you have your team here, like you are ready to receive the information that they have for you today, let me know and we can start pulling our first cards.
A few moments later.
So, we'll have you lead the reading with questions. We can use OB for the yes or no, but let's try to get into questions that are a bit more open-ended, maybe to understand a situation or to get insight into something that you've been curious about. So if you have something like, should I do A or B? Let's do, what does A look like? So that you can get a full picture of A versus hearing what they have to say about both of them together. It gets a little muddled. But any question you have, I'm open to refining it so we can get a really good answer.
Okay. So you do know that I was doing the YouTube channel because I'm trying to find myself, and I've been really lost lately. So one things I've been trying to play around with is should I go back to school?
Okay.
Or if I'm going back to school, what path am I trying to take? Because I kind of feel really just lost in that aspect.
Okay. All right. Let's start off with a base of 5 cards, and then we'll add on more as we go. So I'm just pulling any cards that get my attention. And I'm going to address the first part of that question of, what does it look like for you to be going back to school? And then we can add on clarifying cards to find out about the path. Oh, okay. We're just gonna major arcana the whole way? Okay. I love it. I'm gonna clarify with this one that wants to come out. Interesting. Beautiful. So I'll name the cards that we have.
Okay.
And then we'll dive into this. This is major arcana, so it's a larger umbrella, bigger themes. I'm going to want us to get a little bit deeper because it's going to be helpful for you. You may have to go deeper with this. You will have to go deeper with this on your own. But I want us to see how far we can get together while we have your team available. But let's address the major themes that they see coming up for you in this moment right now. So first off, they want you to know that you are a very intuitive person. We have the Hermit card and we have Knight of Swords. Now, I do read inversions, and Knight of Swords came in inverted, so it's a ask for you to embody this energy. The energy is currently dormant, but since it's here, it means it's available to you if you were to choose to lean into it. Knight of Swords is intuition that is helpful for us to decide which way we want to go, right? So whenever we have these horses, it's like our chariot. It's our internal GPS. It's going to carry us to where we need to go. So you're having these intuitive thoughts and ideas around which direction it is that you want to go. And that intuitive thought, idea, is sword energy. Sword wants to fight and defend and protect for the vision that you have for yourself. So if it was, I want to do X work in the world, sword energy is the decisions that we make, the actions that we take, the people we connect with to manifest that vision. That's sword energy. Your team is encouraging you to lean into your intuition and that voice of your higher self, because you've been playing around with some ideas around how it is you want to move forward, but then you kind of stuff it back down and put it away. Okay? So I'm going to leave that upright just to honor that energy. The easiest way to get that intuitive voice really loud is to take hermit time. Now, a lot of people misconstrue what this can be. It doesn't have to necessarily be you sitting in a corner meditating and waiting for your downloads to come to you.
Okay.
That's really elusive for a lot of folks, and I find that it's not helpful because it may or may not be a thing that you feel called to do. Hermit, to me, tends to work best and easiest when you are prioritizing time. So maybe once a day, in the morning, in the evening, whatever, you're prioritizing time to unplug from the world, from the masses, and plug into yourself. So if you like to go hiking, that's prioritizing hiking. If you like to dance, that's prioritizing dancing. Writing, journaling, painting, singing, taking a bubble bath, whatever that thing is that allows you to lose yourself. And there's a reason why. Because once you allow your almost energetic guard down, you're more easily able to receive these messages from your higher self. They don't have to fight against all the noise and the loudness of everything going on. It's just you and you're in flow.
Okay.
So then you're just grooving, you're in your flow, and then all of a sudden it's ding, I should do this. That sounds crazy. Ding, ooh, but it would work if I did da-da-da-da-da-da. And just keep letting it ding. The more consistently that you do this, the more illumination you have around how to use your gifts. Hermit has this lantern and has this long staff or wand. And wand is about our magics, our gifts, and how we embark and share that gift with the world. So these two work pretty interconnected, and we opened and closed with that. So they want you to really understand that everything in between happens and is possible and available to you when you really get yourself grounded and rooted and spending time with your divine GPS, your internal GPS. Okay?
Okay.
So I'm gonna put these over here. And at any time and moment, if you'd like me to further clarify any aspect of this or pull some more clarifying cards, we can.
Okay.
But I like to just go through it first, and then we can add on. So now it gets a little interesting. It gets a little yummy and a little exciting. We got some action here. We have some inaction here. Lord. Cool. Where do I want to start first? It's all major arcana, so it's it's all a different can of worms.
Wherever you're moved to go first, let's just dive in.
All right. I don't like the Hangman, so I'm going to talk about that.
Okay.
And we're just going to rip the Band-Aid off.
Yep.
And we're going to move into Tower, and then we're going to move into Fool, and then we're going to move into Justice. That feels best to me. Gotcha. Okay. Just want you to take a good look at this card right here, right?
Yeah, when you pulled it, I was like, I don't know what that means. I don't really like it.
You shouldn't like it.
Okay.
And you don't like it when you do it.
Okay.
But you do it anyway because this Knight of Swords energy is dormant.
Okay.
Right? See, they're all interconnected.
Okay.
Because this has not happened yet, it allows you to be in a space and frame of mind where you allow yourself to be the Hangman.
Okay.
What is the Hangman? Hangman is when we find ourselves in a scenario or situation that we are unhappy with. We're like, I wouldn't have necessarily created this, but look, I'm here now, and I don't love it. I want out, but I can't get out because da 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 blah 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 blah. So it's this knowing that you want to shift and change and untie yourself from this tree. You need to move out of this situation. You don't want to be tied up here. You feel restricted. You feel limited. You feel like you can't really do your thing here. But there's a part of you that's like, it's safe here. This tree's holding me. It got my back. So I'm gonna hang out here. And what happens is you know better. See how their crown is illuminated?
Yeah.
You know better, but you're not able to make that movement, that action. You're not able to charge in yet to really move yourself out of this frame of mind. So this is truly just a perspective card.
Okay.
It's not a energetic thing that you have blocking you externally. It's a misunderstanding, a misperception internally that is blocking you. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Now, is this mean for like my life in general, or this is for like a specific situation?
Yeah, this is reading the temperature for right now.
Okay. I think it's pretty accurate.
This is the temperature for right now.
Okay.
And it's okay because, again, Hangman is just perspective.
Yeah.
It's just a thought. Now, the thing about thought that's a little bit dangerous, thought can be dangerous and it can be liberating. Yeah. And, it depends on what the thought is. But thought is powerful. That's why we have placebo effect. Yeah. Just the thought that I'm getting this medicine makes me get better. Yeah. Even though it was a sugar pill. Right? So if the thought is that I can't charge into action and I can't make these decisions and take this stance towards what I want to create, then that belief becomes true too. It's not woo-woo. It's pretty, you know, 1 + 1 = 2.
Yeah, no, that's clearly in my face.
So the gag is that your spiritual team they have been as patient as they can be. They are very patient. They are the most patient with us. And they don't want to see us out of alignment with our mission, our purpose, with our true self-expression. They don't want us sitting on our gifts, right? Sitting on our visions. So sometimes they have to give us a little bit of a push, a little bit of stimulus to get us moving.
Yeah. Okay, so what's going on in this tower, though?
So we enter tower, and
they literally pushed me off the. Okay.
Okay, so it gets a little fiery. It gets a little uncomfortable. It gets a little scary. So sometimes when we are unwilling to move, Spirit has to move us for us.
Okay.
And whenever I see tower, I tell people, listen, that tower moment will come. This is the heads up. If you do not if you don't drive yourself, if you don't decide to put yourself in the driver's seat, okay, you got free will. They gonna put you in the driver's seat. Okay, they gonna put you there. Because then you'll have to respond to something, and you won't be able to respond Hangman. Yeah. You'll have to respond Knight of Swords. So why not just respond Knight of Swords on your own, so they don't have to give you this challenge to overcome. So they don't have to give you the stimulus to react to. So they don't have to give you hardship, right?
Yes.
So the encouragement that I think is really juicy and really yummy. And because you said, should I go back to school? You already started some of that process, didn't you?
Yeah. I've been doing a lot of soul searching lately, and been trying to figure out what I just feel like I'm in the middle of okay, I could go back. So I'm not opposed to going back, but I've finally got myself off of that I'm 30, I should have been here. Yeah. And feeling I got myself to the point that I felt so I was super depressed once I didn't get into med school, and then spiraled, and I'm I feel I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So I've just been here. So I know I could always go back to school. It's just if I go back, what to do. And I don't want to just jump in and just do something to just say I'm in school, because for me that doesn't make sense, and that's counterproductive essentially. And it's also I'm not trying to waste some money.
Right. Or your time, money, energy, it's all the same. Don't waste your investment. So I'm gonna answer these two, and then I want us to go a little bit deeper. Okay. So what's beautiful, that question was really open. Should I go back to school? And they're kind of giving you an answer of, you need to do something different, and they want you to embark on a new journey, the next couple of cards that we pull, I want us to start looking at what some of those journeys can be.
Okay.
So with Fool, I've renamed this into the Explorer. So the Explorer and Justice. So the Explorer is beautiful because it allows you to embark on a journey that you've never been on before. Or in a way that you haven't been in it before. Okay. So this Knight of Swords means that you've been getting these spiritual epiphanies, these ideas about how it is that you want to move forward, or what's necessary for you to do the work that you see yourself doing. Explorer is saying, yes, go towards what is necessary for you to get where you want to go. If Knight of Swords says, I need to do X, Y, and Z, the thought process of I need to do X, Y, and Z, the Explorer is the physical and tangible expression of that genius in action. Explorer does not know what the next step's gonna be. We can't see it. It's out of frame. It looks like, you know, he's finna jump off of this cliff. But it's okay. It's okay to not see the full staircase. It's okay to not know all that is available. That's not how this journey is set up. Okay? What you need to know is the vision that you have, the call that you want to answer, and what you speculate are the steps necessary to get you there, and then the willingness to pursue those things. They're going to follow up with the next steps as you go. Okay? It's like they're going to put it down as you step, and then they're going to put the next one as you step, but you have to be in motion. They can't show, they're not going to show you finish line if you're not in motion.
Yeah.
Right? But they can show you the next possible step through these ideas, these epiphanies, these yearnings, these desires. They're giving you some possibilities. Which ones are really really originated within you and true to what you feel called to share in the world. That's part of you to dissect and get into. Once you decide that, once you get into action and you complete the processes necessary to do the work you see, that's when they'll start to reward you with more intel, more vision, more opportunities, etc. So justice is coming through with, again, we have that sword coming through again, asking you to finish what you started. You started envisioning, I'm going to put Hermit over here too. You started envisioning a different way for yourself, a different way for you to experience the world, but also a different way for you to be experienced by others in the world. And you stopped the process. They want you to continue it. The time is now. Justice is upright. Tower is upright. Things need to start being in motion because you already have access to what it is you need to do. Like if you needed to go all the way back to square one and like pull out a blueprint and things like that, they'd be like, all right, we're going to give you a little bit more time. But they're like, no, the time is now. Start figuring out the sequencing, the steps necessary for you to go where you feel called, right? There's a calling here. Hermit just keeps like saying like answer to the call. That's why I keep saying calling. So this is a nudge and an encouragement for you to complete this process. Okay? So I would like us to go deeper into what that process is. Think about some of the moments where you've just allowed yourself to be comfortable and really receive those insights and those downloads and those ideas, crazy imaginative ideas. What were they pointing you to? What were they leading you to? One by one to see what your team says so they can give you a yes, a no, so you're not, in the dark completely around what this looks like. But I do want you to name some things because they're saying that you have some ideas.
I have ideas. Okay. So I guess the one, it's funny thinking go on journey. Anytime I go, I usually go for like a walk twice a week. So before I started this channel, and I was like, I needed like a creative outlet, and I really have been pushing that, like getting back into the arts. Like I've wanted to do, say like money wasn't an object, I didn't think anything. Honestly, I really been playing, thinking about spending my time like traveling, really diving back into the arts. Like I've always wanted to learn how to paint.
Okay.
I've wanted to maybe get in photography, but I was thinking like, I don't know about the whole, going back to school. Like I stopped researching programs because I was just so confused as to like, I was all over the place if it even made sense to do it anymore. I've really been thinking about something in the arts of like just being able to express myself and like dive back into it, but I haven't like, I've been kind of like scatterbrained as to like what to do, but the arts have just been kept coming back up to me because I know like that's just a relaxing thing for me, and trying to dive into if that's like a tangible thing to do. But I don't know if that was like a real good question.
No, that was
Okay.
perfect. Everything you just did right now is perfect, because what it does, it allows me to hear what's processing and see what they're showing me about this situation. And as you were talking, Hermit was being illuminated. So it was showing me like, this is what you've been thinking about and sitting on. This is Major Arcana. We're talking bigger themes.
Okay.
We can just look at what does it look like to pursue art at a time frame that maybe we can identify with the OB, or we don't have to. But let's see what that looks like. Okay. And I'm so used to doing virtual readings that I pulled. You pull.
Okay. This is, how many do you have to go?
Let's do 5.
Okay. Because that was something about this one.
Yeah. It caught my eye too. Interesting. Ooh, yummy. Pull one more card for me.
Okay.
Page of Wands. What? You better get out of my face. Okay. We have 9, and I'm just gonna consolidate this over here. We're just gonna throw those away. We have the 9 of Pentacles, Sun in reverse, but since we have the card here, it means that energy is available to you.
Okay.
Then we have Page of Wands in reverse, and I clarified that because pages don't give us enough information. And we got Magician, the highest card in the deck, in reverse. It's okay. It's the energy's still available to you. Knight of Pentacles, yummy. So we have another Knight.
Okay.
And King of Cups in reverse. It's a moment in time that you're in. And again, I just want to stress the fact that you got all major arcana is kind of like, in this lifetime, there are certain themes that you are going to be moving yourself to and through so that you can elevate. So some themes are going to be thick and dense lessons that you will make your way through steadily and surely as you move to the next level. And the work that you're doing with this question is pretty significant in how you end up creating for yourself in all arenas. So the way that you behave and interact in one arena is how you're going to behave and interact in all arenas. So like the way you show up to your work, the way you show up to your relationships, the way you show up to your creativity, etc., all is with the same MO. So they're trying, this opportunity is to get you to refine that MO and how it is that you move within yourself, and then how you move with the world as you are building your life, as you continue on to your 40s and your 50s and your 60s. The MO that you've had up until this point, it's time to refine that. And that's what I'm seeing a lot in these cards right here. So it's a beautiful, you're like right on track. It's beautiful time
Okay.
to get into this work. So they want to show what this opportunity into the art world holds for you.
Mhm.
So we open up with the Nine of Pentacles. Pentacles is a suit about our wealth.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to just mean monetarily. You know, whatever wealth means to you. If it means good health and well-being, if it means close family ties, you know. I always think of that Bob Marley interview where that guy's like, oh, so you're pretty rich? And he's like, what are riches? Okay, so keep your mind open about what wealth means to you
Okay.
and how it is you want to accumulate that. So think beyond just profession, because how you act in one arena is how you're going to act in all of them. So beyond just profession, what's the kind of wealth that you want to be experiencing in your life, and how is it connected to your art and how you give that to the world, right? There's almost like this idea of no separation. They don't want you to separate these things. They're all interconnected. And perhaps before, your idea of success was that career and success is one thing, and like pleasure and expression are separate things. And this is really a moment to dismantle that ideology. King of Cups, let me just talk about it. King of Cups is this energy that's really restrictive and limiting. The way that I read it, the way that Catalina and I have journeyed into this deck together, my understandings of these cards are based off of that conversation that I have with her. So when we see King of Cups, this is this energy of not necessarily a person, but masculine energy, in that it is structured and restrictive, whereas feminine energy is expansive and creative and boundless, right? So King of Cups, cups around our opportunities for success, limited ideologies, limited belief processes around how success is attained. Okay? And this could be ideas that were instilled in you. This could be ideas of the masses. There's just a strong masculine, finite hold on how it is you believe you can envision the rest of your life, right? Envision your success, what wealth and success looks like for you. It's really tightly bound up into this idea that is not inherently yours. So with it being in reverse, it's beautiful. That's the best way for it to be, because it means that you're willing and ready to dismantle this energy finally.
Yeah.
In your hermit time, and whatever way feels good to you, if it's like a writing prompt or, you know, whatever, or just like a reflection, whatever, they want you to work through your beliefs on success. What is success to you? What is wealth and riches to you? And what do you think is the way for you to get to that? And why do you believe that that is the only path?
Okay.
Just like all ideas and concepts, beliefs, ideologies, concepts, beliefs, thought processes. Remember that thought becomes your reality because it's so potent. They want you to start pulling that apart and maybe giving some of those things back to their sources. You know, if this is like upbringing, if this is societal, whatever those ideas around what your success and your riches and what your wealth are supposed to look like, Spirit's like, you need to wash your hands of that and get into what that looks like for Nikki.
Yeah.
9 of Pentacles, I call this the retirement card. Okay? This Oprah, would she be up in her garden, in her orchard with the millionaires talking about racism in Britain like we don't already know? Like, this is Oprah energy. Okay?
Oh my God.
Okay? You need to be that billionaire in your garden,
Yeah.
in your lush, in that vitality, okay? In whatever way that looks like for you, it has to be authentic.
Okay.
Sun card. Again, we have this chariot, we have this internal GPS carrying us, its assistance. It's moving us forward to our true north. Right? So we have you riding off into the sunset naked. Whenever we have nudity in these cards, it's about being not only authentic, but vulnerable and open with that authenticity. Now, everything ain't for everybody. Understand that the vulnerability is just you being true to yourself.
Okay.
Outwardly. And outwardly can just be through the decisions that you make, through the investments that you make. That is enough of a declaration to the world. This is my truth so much that I chose to do this. That's it.
Okay.
But it's necessary for you to live authentically. Okay?
Okay.
Juxtaposition is real strong here.
Okay.
Page of Wands and Magician. And this is a beautiful set of cards. Page energy is a bit of like uncertain. It's like hesitant energy. It's like you're on the fence. Hangman energy.
Yeah.
Like I wanna, but I don't know how. Should I? How can I? But I want to. It's like it's this back and forth, and we already know that. So I had you pull another to understand how to move out of that energy.
Okay.
And it gave me the highest card in the deck. And when I say highest, like the energetic, the most potent
Okay.
card in the deck. It has all of the suits. Cups, pentacles, swords, wands, and then this infinity symbol above their crown. You are getting an invitation, and I don't know if you've ever thought that you could have this invitation, but you are getting an invitation from your guides to do exactly what your soul and spirit is calling you to do, and that they will make it possible for you. So you don't have to worry your minds about logistics, reality, tangibility.
Everything that I've been worrying about.
All of that stuff is going to keep you inactive.
Yeah.
It's gonna keep you confused because you've never, where's that explorer? You've never done this before. So
Yeah.
of course you don't know. That makes sense for you to not know. But it doesn't make sense for you to not still lean into it. So they want you to know you have all the resources that you need. You have all the tools that you need, even if you don't feel that you do. They're telling you you do. If you find that you need something more, ask them and you'll have it. But you can't, I don't want to bring it back. But you can't ask them for something if you haven't identified that you need it and you don't know that you want it and you don't believe you can have it and like, you know. So it's like really understanding what this moment is for you and how to really lean into it and allow yourself to be as open, as vulnerable, as free as possible. Now, if it feels better for you, Knight of Pentacles, yes. If it feels better for you to, you're Virgo. What's your sign?
Virgo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Why are you
I don't mean to laugh because the Knight of Pentacles, they're like, she wants to plan it out. And I was like, you can't. Honey, you can't. And then I was like, oh, it's a Virgo. It is okay. Because of who you are, if it feels better for you to write out a sequence or a timeline that you feel comfortable with, don't get too comfortable.
Yeah.
But like, if it helps ease your spirit, Virgo is nervous system. If it helps to ease your nerves, write it out. I know that I can't hop off the cliff tomorrow.
Yeah.
Then don't.
Okay.
Right? I know that potentially I can wean out of this position and, save enough money to, try some things on in a year. Like you can use the logic and the genius that you like, as long as it is not limiting you and restricting you. Use your genius only to be expansive. As soon as you hear the thought starting to shrink you, that's not you. That's not your higher spirit. That's not magician energy.
Yeah.
Once you hear the voice that's like, but this is possible. I could do that. And start to understand the ebb and flow. That's the energy that you want to follow and dive into. Okay? So even if you get off track and you start like making some safe decisions, you can be like, all right, this is the last time I'm going to do that because I've done this before. I already know how to do this. Let me now make a step that I haven't made before towards my true expression. Knight of Pentacles means that you have intuitive safety. You're not going to let yourself go to demise. And that's not here anywhere, you know? Failing is not here. There's no card for that here. Okay? There are very specific cards to tell you to sit your behind down and cut it out. And you don't have any of those cards here, right? Okay? Allow yourself to be a little bit more playful in knowing that you won't allow yourself to do no foolishness. You won't allow yourself to get foolishness as in anything that's going to impede on your well-being. Yeah. Right? You're not going to invest in something that is like a scam or a scheme. Like you're too smart for that. Right? You know, your team has your back. So it's just like they want you to know that you can also get your thoughts and your beliefs in alignment with what they see. Okay. And you can be strategic if that feels good, because they're like, she wants to be strategic. You can still be strategic and listen to the possibilities around that strategic energy. So if you want to be strategic, but it's like in fear that something will happen, no. If you want to be strategic to call in certain riches, that's different. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So use this Knight energy, that all-knowing, to lean into, okay, this could be possible, so let me do this, versus, ooh, that could be possible, so let me do this.
Yeah.
There's a difference, and they want you to be very careful and cognizant about that difference. Because they know you're going to do it.
Why I wanted to come, because like it was me when you were talking about this, like, you know how they're saying that all the different signs and things like that for weeks. Every day, randomly, like I could look, I'm either seeing 1111, 111, like 1212. So I was like for weeks, and that's when I was like, yo, I have to do. I was like, okay, this is not. It's past a coincidence at this point.
Exactly.
When it's like every single day, and I could randomly just look at my phone. I'm like, yeah, that's why I hit you. I was like, I need to actually. Yeah, I was like, I think I need to do this reading, because this is not. I didn't believe it was a coincidence at that point.
Yeah. Beautiful. Knight energy. You know it's not a coincidence, right? So lean into that. You do feel called to look at numerology because magician is 1, and 1111 and 111. It's all one energy, new beginnings type of energy. Whenever you see the numerology, if you were to plug that into Google, each number has a certain meaning. Like 1 and 9s are very different. Like, remember, this is where you are now, and this is retirement card, right? Like 9 is ending, and then you go into 10, which is 1 again. It reduces to 1.
And the funny thing is, I'm pretty sure this is my life number. I'm pretty sure 9 is my.
9.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure 9 is my life number.
Sweet. Humanitarian energy. I love 9s. Yeah. Since you do know your life number, I'd say also look at your soul number and your destiny number. Which is just different calculations of the consonants and the vowels in your name. And which name you use for the public is also important too. So I'd look at the numerology in that too. Like, this is your foundation, underlying understanding that you are intuitive. So what you hear and think from yourself, you can trust. It's you. It's your higher self. It's not going to steer you wrong. It's helping you to protect that vision and protect yourself. while you embark on pursuing that vision. And it'll keep you balanced.
Okay.
So Spirit just wants you to know, like, because of who you are, you'll always keep yourself balanced and safe and secure. And they will too. So worry is not a thing for you.
Okay.
On top of the foundation, we have the practice of spending time consistently. Okay? It's like a regimen.
Yeah.
Consistently tapping in with yourself so that while you are embarking, you can see, you can illuminate each step as you go. And being willing to not see the full staircase and still be down to do this process. This practice is going to allow you to have, I just want to put these together, because actually Magician and Sun become illuminated with the Hermit energy,
Okay.
right? So they're like, this is a Virgo, get it right. Okay. That foundation, this practice will then allow you to have a roadmap, a task list, anything that you might need
Okay.
to embark towards this Nine of Pentacles. This oracle deck is a lot sweeter and kinder than, Patricia Coleman writer. It's just to close out with a bit of encouragement
Okay.
and sweetness on how to work your light.
I like that. It just split here, and that is calling me right there. So I'm gonna do that.
Beautiful. Ooh.
Ooh.
The initiation. 68. Rite of passage. Well, that's a lot of what they were saying about
Yeah.
how you're like right on time to embark on this new way of being.
Yeah.
This dismantling of old structures, ideas, ideologies, belief around how your life and your success should be. So like crossing the threshold is very much what they're asking you to do. Okay. Some of the most sacred initiation chambers and temples look scary from the outside, but they are breathtakingly beautiful on the inside. This represents the journey that the soul pilgrim is required to take to reach somewhere sacred. But only the initiated can enter. Perhaps that's where you are right now. You are being tested, initiated, Tower, because you are headed somewhere sacred. Initiations require that we cross the threshold from one world or state of being to the next. We are called to face what scares us and have to be willing to lose it all in order to gain a new way of being. Initiations, like rites of passage, mark the shift from one age to the next, and it can take place because of emotional turmoil, great loss, grief, or devastation. But it is through seeming hardship that our heart cracks open and our spirit is invested to step forward. We take this sacred voyage into more of who we are and who we came here to be. It can be painful and scary, but once we begin the journey, we can be more ourselves than ever before. If you are in the middle of an initiation right now, you will get through it, and one day you will bless the thing that broke you down and cracked you open, because the world needs you open. Sun card. You are going somewhere sacred. It will be worth it, and you are closer than you think. Cross the threshold.
Oh my God. Yeah. What is that?
I didn't even have to do that reading
Wow.
because it was all in that one card.
Nah, like no, like dead ass. Like this shit is real. Like,
Beautiful.
I know, I really love it. It's so pretty.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's how it feels, right?
Yeah.
And Spirit's like, but
It's
we're trying
right
to get you
there.
over there.
Oh my God.
We're trying to get you to that 9 of Pentacles.
First, I want to say thanks. Oh my god,
You're
that's so
welcome.
crazy. So yes, this is the truth, and like I said, we did not have a conversation before this about like any of this. So I
Yeah.
appreciate your
Happy
time.
first reading.
I know, thank you. I
Let's
told you I
go.
wanted. Yeah, I was scared to do it, and now I'm like, all right, I feel more comfortable.
Don't be
But
scared.
I wanted you to be my first person.
Your team was like, yes, finally.
So much for doing it, but also, so for people to know, do socials, either Instagram and or Twitter or anything, and the website. Where can we find you that people could do? We're currently doing remote work.
Yeah.
They're doing remote work because
Yes.
I'm family. Hence why we are still COVID safe, but remote work for now. So where can we find you?
Yes. I am Garland Healing on Instagram. That's GarlandHealing, Garland Healing. And .com if you want to check out the website to find out more about me, the work that I do. And right now I am doing mostly virtual work. If you want energy work like Reiki, that is in person, available by appointment, and you can see that on my website. And you'll check out my COVID tab to see how to keep us both safe as you come in. But I'd love to have y'all in.
I know. So I'll put it in the link in the bio and whatnot down below. And, so we're going to shut this out because we got other stuff to do. But bye. Thanks so much.